Welcome to Unfiltered Discussions. You have Nash in the building.
You got Ash in the building.
Let's get straight into tonight's topic, the importance of being loved correctly. And what a better time to talk about love than on the day that everyone celebrates love, Valentine's Day. So, would you like for me to start it out, or would you like to take the floor?
I mean, you could take it. I know what it's hitting for after that.
For me personally, being loved correctly is so important, and so many people think that love is tied to materialistic things when that is so far from the truth. Being loved correctly looks like, for me, because I can't say what it looks like for everyone else, but for me, is showing up, that support, that loving me in ways that money can't buy. Yes, a gift is nice and every now and again, but that doesn't hold no weight, especially if you're not doing all the things that I need mentally, emotionally, and even sometimes physically. And I'm talking about the good physically. So, yeah, being loved correctly is so important. It has nothing to do if someone shows up with paying your bills or, buying you a new watch or a new bag or the latest pair of designer shoes. Nah, if that's your idea of love, then you got it all wrong. Being loved correctly is somebody that I feel emotionally safe with. Someone that, even if it's not their thing, but it's something that I'm into, that they treat it just as important as if it was their own. Someone that, knows the importance of treating someone how they want to be treated without getting anything in return. Oftentimes people do things with conditions. Oh, well, if he loved me like this, then, or do this for me, then I would love him back like that. But if he don't, then all of that is off the table. You know what I mean? So, yeah, um, loving someone correctly is so important. You have to know what that looks like. Is yes, love is not perfect. You got to find the perfect recipe for you and your significant other. But when you know it and you feel it, not only just in your it's in your soul, it's just like it's a whole different feeling, especially if you ever been loved incorrectly. But what's your take on it?
I mean, my take on being loved correctly is, for one, you got people that are not empathetic. Empathy is important because that means that you're able to identify with me when it comes to my feeling. If I'm feeling a certain way, you're able to point out that feeling and say, damn, babe, you said you were exhausted. Wow, how is that going for you? How are you feeling? Why are you exhausted? Like, really being in tune to your emotions and your feelings at the end of the day, because a lot of people don't realize what looks like love and it appears to be love isn't love. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could break it down in so many levels. It's not even funny. Respect is a big one, but people get respect misconstrued. Just because somebody is not outright calling you bitches and all that kind of stuff right out to your face, there's other things that are a form of disrespect. Let's flip it a little bit.
I'm listening.
All right, so here's a thing called love bombing. And love bombing is basically someone who showers you with excessive love gestures, materialistic things. They're going above and beyond, and they coming on very strong. And then next thing you know, you're looking around and you're in a relationship faster than you could even think of because you were love bombed. It's like it could be because this person seemed like they're coming in with all the right things that you're waiting for. Like, oh my God, this person came through for me. Like, oh my God, like,
yeah, you're weighing it on things that it shouldn't be measured on.
Exactly. And to really, really, really put it out there, love bombing is really a manipulation tactic.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a form of abuse, in a sense of narcissistic abuse, and a lot of us are not aware of narcissistic abuse, and that love bombing thing is very, very hard. Like somebody sending you like long paragraph text messages every day throughout the all that kind of stuff, really time demanding, and they're not respecting your boundaries. I'm like, hold on, could you back up a little bit? No, but how you love somebody in a month or two? Like, what's happening here?
Yeah,
So that goes down to really knowing your boundaries when it comes to those type of things, because a lot of us think we have boundaries that we don't have, and somebody might come in in a time in our life where we are in a injured state where we're not realizing that we're not all together for real. You know, and for somebody to come in and love bomb you as a manipulation tactic, and when I say that, that's a way to control you, a way to, you know, get you in good while you already, you know, love bomb you so fast where you're distracted to the point where you're not even understanding what's happening to you at this point. And you know what I'm saying? And then of course eventually you may fall for this person, but now you're already invested into this person, and here it is, they're giving you these gifts, they're giving you these things. Now here it comes where they start devaluing you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like they'll idolize you, then they'll devalue you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, being devalued is not a good thing. You know, after a while they're giving you these gifts and things, and then the littlest thing happen where you're not even providing this person with the amount of attention. Here it is, they're coming at you, maybe thinking that you might think that they're giving you constructive criticism, and they're not. They might be saying, well, you know, you selfish, but you looking around and trying to figure out how is it that you're selfish when you done spent probably 3 days in a row with this person, and they're telling you that you're selfish.
Yeah,
like
that's a control piece.
That's a control piece. You know what I'm saying? And that's a way to manipulate you. Or a red flag when it comes to being loved correctly. You have some people that will sit here and talk about their ex-partner and really bash the ex-partner and say that the relation, you know, really put it out there as if they didn't do no wrong in a relationship. It was all them. This person is crazy, X, Y, and Z. And then you look around and it's like, wait a minute. Like, I mean, and then they're obsessed with this person. They constantly keep talking about this ex-partner over and over again. You know, saying that, oh, I never met nobody like you. That person wasn't nothing like you. You my soulmate. You my everything. Or the red flags, oh, I love you more than you love yourself. What? What happened? You love me more than you... What? How do you sound? Then here it goes. I'm just touching a little bit on everything. I'm not going to get deep. But you got... Here it is, the gaslighting. You know something in your mind that actually happened. And here it is, this person starts devaluing by gaslighting you. Making you question your own perception of reality where you already knew that this actually happened, and they're telling you it didn't, or trying to convince you otherwise, and now you're in your head trying to figure it out. That's psychologically something is wrong. It's abuse, damaging, the manipulation tactic, and then they create triangulation where you thinking this partner is your best friend, your partner, everything, but really you gotta take a look back when you're bonding over gossip, where this person is constantly talking about how they don't like this person, that person crazy, this person is a whore, that person is like this person is like that. When in fact you with this person never didn't meet the significant other children's mother, you know, or is a reason why, or an excuse why. You know, a healthy relationship, you're able to sit here and meet this, if not, oh, you know, this is my woman, you know, this is my significant other. I want you to meet her so you can know who the kids are around. That's healthy. You know what I'm saying? On the flip side, these type of people set boundaries in ways where they keep people at bay, so nobody won't connect the dots to the bullshit that they putting down. And people don't realize that, and it's really easy to get hooked up in psychological abuse. And then not only that, you have, you have it where as though you might say one little thing and they're going off on a tangent, and it's like, hold on, what happened here? Like, are you okay? And then they're coming at you so hard it makes you regret even speaking of anything or even bringing up that they had an attitude.
So you sort of lose your voice.
You lose your voice in a sense.
I'm glad that you shed light on that. The flip side, you know me, I'm still on the lovey-dovey side. And not to say that I don't know what love bombing is or never experienced it myself. Of course I have. I think everybody has. When you really like break it all the way down, everyone has experienced in some sort of way love bombing. And no, everybody don't know the tie that, you know, topic to it or define it in that way. But yes, everyone has been love bombed before. But for me, I like to stay on the love side of things. Like, and you know, love is selfless. You know, it comes with compromises, but not compromises in a way that, you know, it changes your whole existence, or you have to, you know, do a major change where things are, you know, out of the ordinary for you. Just small little,
Little gestures.
yeah, those little small things, nothing major, and it's okay because the love that you have for that individual, you're not asking too much of me because I know that you would do the same in return for me. And love is patient. Oh, you gotta have that patience when you loving someone, and that thing has to be reciprocated. It cannot be one sided. You cannot have the giver and the taker. When you have the giver and the taker, then it's lump sided. It's never enough. The taker is going to take away from all the giver can give, and then when the giver looks up, there's nothing left to give, and now the taker needs to go get filled up off of either someone else or till you down to they can't get anything else from you. But now when you talk about two givers, oh, now that's a whole different playing field, right? Totally, totally, totally opposites of the love bombing. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, love is kind. It doesn't manipulate. It doesn't show hatred. It doesn't go ahead and be in competition with you.
Oh, no.
When you love somebody, that's your best friend. That's your person. That's somebody that when your days is rough, when you outside that house, once you go in there, you're supposed to be able to be comfort. You're supposed to be able to lay it down on the person that loves you and that you love back. And they might cannot change the circumstances, but they make you feel 100% better or give you a different outlook on how you should be looking at these things, right? But all in all, I would really love to stay on the love side of things where I'm at because I have experienced the opposite of that. Mm-hmm. And I don't never want anyone else to experience that because it doesn't feel good.
No.
Right? It has you not even recognizing who you are as an individual. That's never a good thing, especially when you look up and it's too late.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's so late that now you have to work on fixing who you are, finding you again. Understanding your wants and needs all over again because what you want was the right way or what you wanted is no longer that it don't exist anymore. Mm-hmm. So being loved correctly is so important, not only just for a significant other relationship, but even down to your self-love. Yes, there's self-love because if we teach people how to love us, how to handle us by what we allow, what we let in, and so many of us don't know how to separate the two. And it's okay to say, hold on, can we slow down a little bit? This is too much for me right now. We're moving too fast. Or, oh no, I don't think that, I feel comfortable doing that. Mm-hmm. And if the person really love and respect you, then they can understand where you're coming from. Oh, I can see why you feel like that. Oh, my bad, Dad. I didn't know I was rushing that. You're right. Let's slow. We can take it slow. Listen, I ain't going nowhere. I know where I want to be. I know you're the one for me. So, yeah, I can take it a couple steps back and slow walk this thing. So yes, it's so important because when you don't know what love looks like and what love is, you find yourself in situations that nobody wants to be in. And I'm not even speaking on just the female side of things. I'm speaking for both sexes. Mm-hmm. That's an equal thing. That's just not one-sided at all. And it comes in different forms. That love bombing that you spoke of, it's not just men that does it to women. Women does it to men as well. So it's a lot of people that want to always blame the man. Yes, there's a lot of men that do messed up things to women, but there's also a lot of women that do messed up things to men as well.
Yes, they do.
So it's not even about, gender at this point.
No.
It's just basically about the human being and what they bring to the table and what they do to others. And, a lot of times people don't even know how to love correctly because they never been loved correctly.
Exactly. They don't know.
So some things you can fall them for, and then some things is like, dang, if you knew better, would you do better to others? Mm-hmm. It makes you think, about that as a whole. And not everybody can think on that level, but those that can, hopefully they can take a step back and be like, it's not even personal because I'm quite sure if I ever ran into people that you dealt with, they would have similar stories as I do with you. And until you work on self, that's when you can really love someone correctly. So anybody that ever been love bombed need to take a step back and do some self-care, some reevaluating, and then go back out there into the love field and see what's for you. And don't go searching. honestly, and this is from my own personal experience, when it's for you, it's going to fall right in your lap.
Oh yeah,
You ain't even
absolutely.
got to go digging and search, or even going back into your past thinking that you missed a step.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes you miss a step, but majority of the time we don't. And a lot of times certain situations didn't get a chance to mature. So yes, sometimes you feel like you could go back and pick up some pieces there, but oftentimes it's good to leave well enough alone
Yeah,
and
leave that.
leave that
Put
chapter
the
closed.
yeah, put
You
the nail
know,
in the coffin.
absolutely. But and oftentimes, if it's meant to be, it'll be. It always come back to you. What's for you is going to come back to you, and I know that to be facts.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and that's just how I feel about the situation.
Yeah, and it's so important to really have somebody to be able to really pour back into you as well as you pouring into them.
Yes.
And to speak on a one-sided thing, you can't have, when you love somebody, you don't constantly blame nobody. Y'all come to a mutual understanding and be like, damn, babe, I can see how that made you feel. Damn, you know what? You right. And really be able to come up and really apologize and it be genuine.
But that's that communication, and that's the communication to not respond, but to really effectively
comprehend.
Listen to what I'm saying to you, to understand where I'm coming, to understand how I feel, not to just spit words back at me. No, stand yourself in my shoes for a little bit and see how I feel, because it's not always about.
And that's the empathy. That's the empathy piece when it comes to that piece about the manipulation tactic when it comes to love bombing, because that particular type of individual, male or female, they're not looking for love. They're looking they're energy vampires. They're looking to feed off of your energy. They thrive off of doing little things to you to hurt you. They're not really out to really love you. And then when you get mad or you want to be done, here come another gift. And you got to think about, why is it that you're receiving the gift? Is it just because, or is it because you're mad?
To keep you there, to keep you stuck, to keep you, to pull you back in.
And another thing, guilt. Guilt is not a way to keep somebody in a relationship. You have some people that utilize guilt and play on your empathy and play on the type of person you are in order to keep you stuck in a relationship. And that's not love either. Or they feel like they're the only one doing something in a relationship when in fact they're not. They're really not really there for you. They're there to boost their own ego.
For their own benefit.
Yep. Or you ever been in everything is about them. You might mention something to them.
And it turns into their conversation. Can I have a moment?
Exactly.
Can it be about me for 1 second?
Or brushing you off, dismissing you. Love is not being dismissed.
Or downplaying your accomplishments.
Yeah, downplaying your accomplishments. Or they feel like because they gave you a gift that was okay. But a lot of people don't understand, like, a lot of y'all be breadcrumbing when it comes to these relationships. It's like you're deprived of something, and then when they finally throw it out, like you know how you throw the pigeon in little pieces of bread and things, and soon as you get it, it's like, damn, I'm starving. Let me gobble it all up since I'm getting this little bit of attention that you weren't getting.
And it only fill you up for just a second.
Just a second. And you taking what you're going to get.
And you're back out there looking for the things that fill you up in a wholesome way.
Yeah, like really follow your intuition. When you know something ain't right and you're trying to figure out what's going on in your head, and like, oh my God, what's happening to me? Or you looking around.
Gut don't lie.
Your gut don't lie. You have to really pay attention to your intuition at the end of the day. Sometimes as females, we want to fix shit. You know what I'm saying? And we can't fix everything. Or you got a lot of men that come in acting like they laying everything out here on the table, and it's like we can't really do nothing with it. We're here to understand you, but not to take on your shit or somebody that's projecting. Love is not nobody projecting their shit onto you. You know what I'm saying? Or telling you, oh damn, I got abandonment issues and things of that nature.
Well,
like that's not nobody.
Excuses, you know what I mean?
That's to keep you stuck, to feel guilty in order for you to continue.
Well, I told you that I was broken. I told you that I had abandonment.
I told you I was abused as a child. I told you that.
That's not to take away from anyone's experience
that was abused or anything.
Because that's real stuff. Like, people really are dealing with deep-rooted things, and they don't even know where to turn for help. So that's why they act out in the ways that they do.
Or they prey upon people and act and hurt people.
And it's just sad because if they knew where to channel those things at, a lot of things could be avoided. when it's all said and done.
And another thing is, when you're being loved correctly and you speak on something to your significant other, and they say they really put in the work and they literally change, and they don't do that. They don't make you feel like crap because you presenting something to them. They're not making you feel any kind of way. They're working like, damn, like, you know what, that was not, and they really feel some kind of way because they see that you're hurt.
Because if you hurt, then I hurt too.
Exactly.
But that's real love.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you don't say you change it for a little bit and then you resort back to the thing. So that's when it comes to tolerance, like we were saying. Absolutely. That tolerance teaches people how to deal with you. And everybody has a breaking point, and everybody can deal with certain things that others may not be able to deal with. So, I can't speak for nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just throwing this out as food for thought, because we have, the wrong, like insight on love and what it looks like. But when you didn't have anything, you think this is the biggest thing since like sliced bread. But a man or a woman or somebody that you love ain't supposed to tear you down, break you down, play on your flaws and all that kind of stuff. They don't do that. They don't gaslight you. They don't make you question your perception of reality. They don't do these certain things to you. If somebody love you, they don't work to try to confuse you. Somebody who loves you, they don't work to try to confuse you, manipulate you in ways where they feel like they're going to control you, make up lies, try to triangulate you or keep you at bay so things won't connect with all the BS that they got going on, because some people carry secrets. You have to really look and really be in tune to what's happening in front of you, because you could get sucked right in and don't even know what happened to you. And then you look around and be like, God damn.
Yeah, and that's not to say that love is perfect.
No.
Even a good love, even a good relationships aren't perfect. Nothing's perfect. It's the fact that you have to lay it all out on the table, and there got to be two people that's willing to fight for the same thing. If our agenda is different, then it's never going to work. You have to listen when people are speaking to you. If someone constantly tells you, I'm looking for X, Y, and Z, but you feel like your love and your gifts and all of that can change their mind, it's not changing their mind. They might stick around and take up everything that you can give them, but at the end of the day, really listen when someone speaks to you. Even listen to the things that they're not saying, because as cliche as it may sound, actions speak louder than words. And that's just what it is at the end of the day. And oftentimes I want to blame the abusers, the people that's causing these issues. But oftentimes even the victims, because I've been a victim before, but we are at fault as well.
Yeah, that's what I am as well.
And that's just being raw and real about it when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Because we always pacifying situations, sweeping things under the rug, or dumbing it down and saying, "Oh, this is not really that."
Making excuses for somebody doing something to you.
When in that moment, if you really get in tune to how you felt when it transpired, then you would say, "Dad, this is not right. Mm-hmm. This is wrong." Because if it hurt my feelings, even if I dropped a tear behind it, then it's incorrect, right?
Exactly.
So because of the love that we think that we have for an individual, we just suppress it to, okay, I don't feel as bad as I did when it originally happened, and then now he's bringing me another gift. I feel better about it now. Until the next time it comes.
And
around.
You're not really healing from the first incident.
Exactly.
You're reopening wounds that were never healed in the first place. When it comes to that in a relationship, it's like, whoa, I have to take accountability, because it's like this. Had I sat back and said, even though it's not right, but we let love sometimes overpower our intelligence, and we tend to tolerate things longer than we should have tolerated. And one thing about it, you should never make an excuse for somebody doing you wrong. Don't make excuses for nobody doing you wrong.
Oh, absolutely not. But so often, we as human beings do.
Yes, we do.
We tie it to other things because they make us feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And because maybe we're not done with the situation, and the people that love us that we have ran to and told the issues to, we don't want them to look at this individual as a bad person because he still wants to stick around just a little bit more. But again, like, that's that breaking point that you said. Everybody got a breaking point, and everybody just got to know what's for them and what's not for them, what they can do with and what they can't do with. But let me tell you something. Their real love, their being loved correctly, is a whole nother world. You know, and even a little argument don't feel like the argument you had with the love bombing individual.
Yeah.
Right? It's normal. Like it's and it's okay.
It's normal. It's normal
okay
conflict.
to disagree. Let's agree to disagree. Let's come to common grounds. You know, what does it look like for you? What does it look like for me? And let's meet in the middle. Because the respect that I have for you, the love that I have for you, the selflessness that I have for you, the kindness and the empathy that I have towards you, because I want you, because I want what we going to build, what we got going on, what we talk about. Because if for real, your lover, that's your best friend. I'm not talking, yes, we got best friends and friendships, but I'm talking about, and that's another thing. That's why friendship is so important to me, and with my significant other, that's first.
Mm-hmm.
Because when all else fails, we got to get back to the core of it all, and that's our friendship piece.
And that give you all that boom.
You know, that's how we built that foundation up, through our friendship. You know, so that right there is extremely important. Don't just say, "Oh yeah, that's my man or that's my woman," but is that your homie, lover, friend? Like, is that really your homie?
Like, do y'all? Is it really deep?
Like that, like that's my dog right there.
That's my dog.
You know what I mean? Like, that's my guy. That's my person. When it's all said and done.
And that's how it should be. It's like, you know, when you're talking about this significant, you really like, you feel that shit. But this the thing. Yes. When you've been through some shit in life and you've been through some things
you appreciate a real one.
You appreciate it. So when you done wrong, that lets you know how you should not be treated when you've been through some things and you be able to gather. But this another thing. How can you love me when you don't even love yourself?
Say it again.
How can you love me when you don't love yourself, man? That's the real shit.
That's it right there. And to wrap it all up, and this is why it was so important for me to start out with the love piece, and for you to do the opposite of the love bomb in. That way our listeners can, separate the two and say, okay, now I can see what they're looking.
Oh, yeah.
And now I understand. Some people haven't gotten there yet. Some people probably only experienced the love bomb. Some people only probably experienced the love piece. And some people might be right directly in the middle. But when it's all said and done, at least now y'all can look at it, listen to it, and say, oh, okay. And if it does occur, if it had occurred, now I know what that looks like. And now I know what to do with that moving forward. But that's my take on it. And if you have someone that you love and love you back, respect you, and y'all get it, y'all for each other, y'all might not be perfect, but y'all perfect for one. Hold on to that, love that, fight for that. That's the stuff you fight for, not to stay with somebody that's hurting you, abusing you, using you. Nobody wants that. We ain't on this earth for a long amount of time. Spend it and with people that really love you and you love too. And that's just my take on it. And this is Nash signing off.
And this is Ash signing off.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.